Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, Maureen and Amanda. My kids are watching Shrek downstairs, but if you find that you can hear it, let me know and I'll tell them to turn it down. Shrek's always a good one. Happy New Year, Maureen. Hello, Kathy. How was everybody's Christmas and New Year's? I hope that you guys had a lot of fun, had a good break. Hello, Marlo. I did a lot of crafting over Christmas. I had some time off with my kids. It was very nice. Hello, Kimberly Ann. So it was great, and I have not got my Christmas stuff put away yet, but I'm definitely feeling that need to get the tree taken down and everything kind of cleaned up. I love that feeling after the holidays when you finally have time to clean everything and put it away and organize. So you are frozen, Kimberly? It has been unseasonably warm here. Hey, Sienna. In Calgary, we have just like a tiny, tiny bit of snow in a few areas, but really nothing. Like it's been so nice. So, um, sometimes January is a little bit slower with new things coming in, and I thought that it would be a good time. Hi, Sarah. A good time to kind of pull out our stash because sometimes we forget about that. So I have Discover and Create. I also grabbed a few things from the print shop line, and I do like that a lot of Vicki's things you can mix and match them. Like, look how this is print shop. These two things are still in the shop, as well as a bunch of papers from print shop. And you just took your tree down yesterday, Sienna? Yeah, I know. It's kind of, Christmas is past, but then you can start crafting for next Christmas, right? Hello, Wendy. So these are print shop, and this, just to kind of give you a look, this is Discover and Create. So look how nicely that goes together. And I'm sure some of her other lines as well, you could mix and match. So I have some photos that, sorry, my daughter has a friend over. I'm not sure if no, it's not for her. So I found these pictures that were at a little sewing market when we were in Saskatchewan a couple of years ago. And I thought they would go really nice with this embroidery hoop. And then, sorry, I'm just going to ask my kiddos to go get the door and sign for the package. And then I took a picture of this vintage pattern that was at the market as well. Hey, Laura, how are you? And I just thought it would be kind of a nice layout to do with this pretty paper with the hoop. And then I grabbed the Elizabeth Craft designs. This one it's called Craft Studio 1. And there's a coordinating die set that's called Yarn Card with Scissors. It also has one of the cute little traveler's notebook journal die cuts that you can put in the Elizabeth Crafts little journal. And it has this cute little card that you can then stamp this. So I thought we'll stamp a few of the kind of sewing related things and just see where it goes. I don't really have everything planned out, but I did use this cute little die, which is like an embroidery floss holder. If you actually die cut this from some heavier cardstock, you could totally use this for um, your your embroidery floss, or your twine would look really cute displayed. Hi, Melanie. And then there's also these little ends that you can put on them if you want. The scissors here, which actually fit back to front on the little card, the journaling page here, but you can cut them out separately, and the needle. So some really cute little things, especially if you like sewing. And those little ends, I'll just show you how they go on. We'll take out the little center. So you cut these and you've got these two little ends. Happy New Year. Hi, Cindy. And then these I cut with that main floss holder, and I actually cut them out of this paper, which is a beautiful paper from the Discover and Create paper pad. Now I have the paper pad, which is sold out, but the individual papers are still in the shop, and they're a little bit thicker. And so what you do is you just cut out, and I thought this would be a good option rather than, you could wrap them with some twine or something, but I figured cutting them out of some colored cardstock would be fun. Where can you get the floss die cuts? So this here is the Elizabeth Craft Designs, and it's the yarn card with scissors. And it comes with all of these things, which is the journaling, I don't even know what you call it, journal die cut. It fits in the Elizabeth Craft Designs little book or any A5 notebook. And this is in the Scrap Shotz store, so scrapshotz.com. And then this is the coordinating stamp set, which you can use them separately or together, but it's kind of nice. We're going to stamp this and then use that yarn card die cut. And there's some different things that coordinate. So you could stamp this on the little floss holder as well, and then you could use it for journaling. Would be really cute. I really like this stamp here as well. I've done this on the back of my card that I've used these for. And then you have this pattern stamp as well. We'll probably stick a couple extra stamps in there just as some background stamps, but these are so cute. So I'm just going to stick these on so that we have them. So I picked out my background paper. I also thought if you had the time, it would be really cute to actually stitch on this. So you could use a little pokey tool and poke some holes and do some stitching, and that would look adorable as well. Hi, Victoria. Happy New Year. So excited to be back. I have been busy and working lots, and so it's nice to kind of have this holiday break and get a little more crafting and hop on with you guys. So aren't those cute? Hi, Jennifer. So we've got our little floss things. I'm not sure exactly where we're going to put them. This I pulled out from the Vicki Boutin papery pack. Those papery packs are full of product. If you ever see them and get the chance to grab them, there are papers in there and there's stickers. So let's stamp this, because I know I want this on my card, and I'm thinking down here, but at least if we have it stamped and cut, then we can decide where we want to put it. We'll just move that over there. I've also got this cute little needle die cut. And so the needle and the scissors, I used Prism cardstock. They have some beautiful foil cardstocks, and there's various foil cardstocks in the shop. I think there's Tonic, and there's probably Lawn Fawn. And we could use any color ink. I think I'll go with a brown, just because I'm feeling kind of like a vintagey vibe to this layout. Happy New Year, Jennifer. Hi, Lori. So I'm just stamping with some Distress Oxide. I pulled out a few colors that actually match this paper here. So sometimes that's what I'll do if I know that I do want to add some ink on. I think we'll add a little bit of stenciling. I just go ahead and pull out some colors that are in the paper pad, and then I kind of know that they're going to go together. Hello, Brent. So we are going to stamp this. This is with the Altenew stamp wheel, which has been my go-to for a stamping positioner. And I really need to do a little bit of playing around to do all the other things that the stamp wheel does. But for now, I've just been kind of using it as my stamp positioner. All right, so that's frayed burlap. And have you guys heard that next, oh, maybe it's on Saturday. I can't remember exactly which day. Which day is Tim Holtz releasing his new ink color? I think, is it next week? Next Saturday? I'm so excited. It's the 12th color. And I think that's kind of it. I'm going to leave that. You could stamp it again and get a really good impression, but I like kind of that vintagey look. So we're going to leave that. What color do you feel like it's going to be? I'm never right. I'm guessing maybe a brown, because I like a neutral color. That's my guess, but I have no idea. I'm always wrong. So I think maybe if you kind of have an idea of what maybe is missing from the distress line, I don't know. Okay, so that is stamped on there. It's a great stamp. So let's pull that off. And we'll also do, I think, a little bit of this burlap stamp would be cute, just as a background stamp. And then this one is really great as well, that pattern. But we'll see, we can always just use those on the background. So then we can take this stitched yarn card die, and I did smudge this a bit, but we're just going to go with it. Again, I think it's okay, because whenever you do, that's why I kind of like mixed media, is because if you do make a little mistake, it almost looks like it's supposed to be like that. So we're just going to run this through. I probably should have heat set that before, or I don't think my hand was wet, but anyway, it's not the end of the world. Just run this through, and I'm trying not to shake my camera. So what are your guys' crafty plans for January? What do you like to do? Do you like to catch up on projects that you're behind on, or do you like to work on like a December daily type thing? So here's our little card. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of ink and just go around the edges. Again, just to make it look a little bit grungy. And what I'm going to do, just because I don't want to get ink all over the place, I'm just going to grab a piece of cardstock. Just go around the edge, just to give us that vintage look. I do have Christmas stuff that Christmas pictures I'd like to print off. I'd like to get a little bit of a December daily kind type thing. I don't really have like something every day, but just I like numbers. I like adding the numbers in. Isn't that cute? And I do like having my photos in a smaller book. So I think I'll make a little album with our Christmas photos. And then sometimes it's fun just to pull out some of those products you have but haven't used. Like I really haven't used a lot of this collection or the print shop, and I really like it. So this is one of the pictures that I took at this market, which is a vintage pattern. And then I found this frame from the Discover and Create frames. So I thought we'd go ahead and put that on. We do have, or we did last time I checked, have these My Sweet Petunia glue press, and we have them back in. Everybody was sold out for a while, and they are awesome. I'm going to actually trim a little bit of this off. That's sticking out a little bit too far. It's going to be behind, so I don't have to use my trimmer, but I am going to just trim that away. You do have a few minutes with that glue press, so if you have to move things around, it's nice with the liquid glue to be able to do that. And then I thought that this black and white frame just kind of went nicely. Hello, Monica. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have this photo down here. I collaged this with the Canon selfie. And then I'm thinking of having this up here. And not sure whether I want to overlap it though. We've got this here. We've got a few different things like some tags and things. So usually when I'm doing a layout, I have my kind of idea of what I want to put on. I do like the stitching that's on this. I think this is a sticker. It's just a really thin sticker. So I might kind of just stick it under here like this. And that papery pack. I don't know if there was a papery pack for Discover and Create, but that was from Print Shop. These cute little things, I'm not exactly where I want to put them. Sometimes I'll just place stuff on and then see if I like it. And I'm thinking maybe some flowers. So I'll pull out the paper pack. And again, I may rethink this. So if you guys are like, oh my goodness, do not do that, let me know. Okay, and then we've got the ephemera. So there's some really pretty flowers. Now I did use this collection to make a layout. Here, I'll just grab it. And we used a bunch of the stamps. This was the last one that I made. So this is on the videos page for Scrap Shotz if you want to see how that was made. But there's a lot of stamps that we colored in there and then put on some cute ephemera. So it's just a really great collection, I think. It's got a lot of fun elements in it. Hello, Dora. You're going to challenge myself to do some more difficult albums and maybe a couple 3D projects. That's nice, Sienna. I like that. Mushroom brown. Oh, that's what you think the new color is. Okay. I like that, Marlo. Hoping for a cream color, Lori. Melanie, I know that he's not doing yellow. I thought yellow before, but he has said that he doesn't think he's doing any yellow. But I could be wrong. All right, we could look through, and it's funny just looking through the ephemera and the stickers. I have some ideas about some more layouts. So I just want to show you this picture because I thought this is a picture of my daughter when she was like 3, and she actually has a butterfly landing on her finger. She had this happen to her several times where just butterflies would come land on her. And I thought I totally want to use this with this collection as well. I think it's such a cute picture, and the colors of the butterflies like that, would that not go with that or what? And then you could do like the mushroom and that. Anyway, I think the more you look through your stuff as well as your photos, you'll get ideas about, okay, these buttons, those would be cute. So we could pull those out. I'm not sure about that purple though. Maybe not the purple, but the blue and the orange. We could even put a different color over that purple actually to change it. The ruler, that could be cute, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to go with the ruler. And there's so many cute little elements in this set. That flower is really cute. There's the big scissors, but I think I'll use these little scissors that I cut from the Elizabeth Croft Designs set. There is a leaf, but I don't think we need a leaf in this. I think I would do flowers maybe. Oh, there's a button that's a better color. So we'll pull that out. Put that one back. That heart is cute. So I kind of go through my ephemera. I think this is one maybe I stamped. The stamp is a really great stamp. So here's a look at the stamp set. There's 2 stamp sets and they're both great. This one has dies that come with it, and it's a really great price as well. So you can stamp these flowers, color them whatever color you want, and the butterfly and the leaves, and then you have some sentiments on there, and the big happy word, which is great. You could do happy birthday, happy thoughts, you make me happy. And when we colored some of these and cut them out, like this is colored, I think we colored that with Copics and cut it out, and it looks like a piece of ephemera. So you could totally, that's another one that we colored. You could just sit and color a whole bunch. That's just using, I think that was some ink in the center of that one, which that color would go. And even just having them stamped as black and white, like even the black and white butterfly would be pretty. So those are stamped and colored. I do like that pink that kind of matches with that. The orange would match as well. I don't know if I want to use that. Okay, so that is pulling out some of the products. There's a couple leaves in here too if we decide we want the flowers. I don't know where that other button went, but anyway, there's a pink one. I may have put the other button somewhere. And let's see. So this, I don't think the whole thing, like it doesn't need to be a totally focal point. I think this could just even be like something that's tucked behind. And then it's just deciding where you want to put your things. Okay, we're going to go with what I know that I want to do. Because sometimes I feel like I have to come back later and figure out what I want to do. But I do want this picture here, and I want to add a little bit of stenciling. We also have our sticker sheet, and just to give you an idea of what's in the sticker sheet. Hi, Glenda. We've got, this is for the Discover and Create. So we've got some letters. We've got lots of little sentiments and words. We've got, you could use these even for a title, really, if you wanted. And then we've got all these really great label and tab stickers in different colors. I really like these. So we could add some labels on if we decided we wanted to do that. And then we have some images. And then the foam or puffy phrase and accent stickers. Lots of really great ones that we could add. I didn't feel like anything went with this particular layout, but there's lots of layouts that these would go with. Now and then, if you had kind of something newer compared to something old, I think, or a picture that's older versus new would be really great. But also lots of fun little arrows, and these dots are really great as embellishments, and the stars. So for the price, I think this is a really good price because you get all these big titles, but then you get all of these little elements that you can use just to decorate around. Hi, Jenny. Glenda says, hanging out with your great nephew for a few hours. Oh, good. Yeah, the puffy thickers are great, aren't they, Jenny? Dora likes to cut her flowers in half. And yeah, that's a really great idea. Sewing layout, yeah. Reminds you of your childhood? My grandmother had an old sewing machine similar to like what I remember of it. It was similar to something like that. So she was always sewing. She always sewed clothes for us, myself and my sister, and she was always doing something crafty. And so anytime I see sewing stuff, it definitely reminds me of her. Maybe that there. Okay, back to our stencil. So we've got this pretty one here. The different scales make them great for all types of projects. That's right, Jenny. And I love this one. This one actually looks like stitching. The flowers are great, but I think I'm going to go with some of this. So we'll pull this out. And there's lots of this collection still in the store if you're looking for different things. Okay, so that's a great background, but also because we've kind of decided on this stitching theme, we could even do some flowers on the inside, and I just have an idea. So if we go like this, I just want to add a little bit of this stitching stencil to here so that then I can lay my photo over top. And I don't need it to be super overwhelming, the color. So I'm thinking maybe we'll go with this. I felt like the rusty hinge color was pretty close to that. So it's more of like a tone on tone effect. So we'll try that. And just add a little bit around here. These papers are so great, and I did notice that the background papers, which I may or may not have purchased, I can't remember, and I was going to put them in my cart, but then I just couldn't remember if I already bought them. But the backgrounds are really lovely if you get a chance to look at the background papers. That is pretty. It could be a little bit darker. So if I can figure out where to put this on again, I honestly don't know where I was. I think I was right there. Okay, let's do it a little bit darker. I think I need to print off some photos, and I did send some photos to blacks last time. There, that's good. I think that's darker. It's still subtle, but you still have that stitched effect on there. I like that. But I found when I printed everything at 4x6, because I was just trying to get a bunch done, that when I try to scrap them, I realize I don't want like a whole bunch of 4x6. So I tend to scrap more with 3x4 photos. So I think if I'm going to print a bunch, that's what I need to do to actually sit down and put them in at least 3x4. I mean, this one I printed even smaller. So I like having the option of doing different sizes rather than just 4x6. And these ones I just printed from my selfie because I knew, kind of had an idea of what size I wanted. Okay, let's look at this. And I like that. So we've just got a little bit of stitching in there. We could put some down here and use the tattered rose. So I'm just going to give this a quick wipe off and then use the, you know what we can do? We're going to cheat. We're just going to turn it around. And then we'll do this. And this might be pretty light. We're going to try it. If it doesn't work, we'll grab a little bit darker pink. We are just, I mean, it's just a subtle background element. Some of our photos will be over this, so you won't see a whole lot. So did you guys get anything crafty for Christmas? Well, actually, that's pretty good. I got a few crafty things, and then I bought myself a few crafty things. And I had a lovely Christmas. Yeah, I like that. It's just very subtle, and then we'll wash that off after. And just because I brought in these ink pads doesn't mean I have to use them all. But I know that if I wanted to, I don't even know if we're going to see that. We'll see. If I want to use it, those colors, I know that they're going to match. All right. Now we can see a little bit of that stitching down there. And I still like that here. Do you guys find that you do this? Do you, like, when I do an element that I know I want to add, then I put my photos back on, or the things that I kind of know where I want them, things that I know that I want on there, and then I'll keep adding. Okay, and this here, I'm going to try this. So I'm thinking of adding just a couple flowers in here. Let's pick that up and we'll see how this looks. If I were to put those there. Okay, these two flowers. Those are the ones that I want on there. And I'm just going to grab a pen Let me see, what color pen? And we will attempt to do a little bit of a stitching line. Do we want this or do we want just a lighter color maybe? Maybe we want just a gray. I've got a light gray. This is a Sarasa porous pen. It's just a really thin tip marker. And let's catch up on these comments. Glenda, you got the new Vicki Boutin Discover and Create. Nice. And more Spellbinders and Tim Holtz. Very awesome. Good choices. Like the tone on tone. Thanks. Yes, you can always find stuff. Tim's inks and Vicky's products. You lay stuff out, take a picture. That's a good idea. And yeah, sometimes just looking through the camera gives you a different perspective. Watching from Saskatchewan. Nice, Sharon. I am in Calgary. So I'm going to hold this down and I'm just lightly drawing some stitching lines. You could just trace it. You could also do a nice light ink and then do stitching lines, or this stencil looks beautiful just with ink. And of course there's lots of other ways to use stencils. So I'm just doing some little stitching. I remember when I first started making cards, or really like being more focused on card making, and I was watching Christina Warner all the time, who's like the queen of card making, and she would always add little stitching lines, sometimes in a black pen and sometimes with her white gel pen. I don't think she does that much anymore, but I always loved the look of that. So I think sometimes if your project is missing something, you can always do that. All right, and then we can just do the center. Okay, and then let's do this one. I do love the look of hand stitching. Sometimes I just don't have the time to do it. It's almost like I need to plan that out a little bit more. And sometimes faux stitching can still look great. Who got the Spellbinders 12 Days of Stitchmas? I really love that calendar. It was the advent calendar that Spellbinders had, and I have sat down and stitched some of those. I find that they're good to die cut and then take some thread if I'm going to watch my daughter's soccer or something, and just sit there and do some stitching, and then I can put the project together when I get home. I don't think I needed to do this one, but I don't know really where I needed to do, so I'm just going to do the whole flower. But I think they did a really good job with that, both the 12 Days of Stitchmas and their advent calendar. And I think a lot of companies did put out advent calendars this year. All right. So these lines are not perfect by any means. I'm just using it as a guide. So I actually really like the way that looks. Let me hold it up there. So it's very light, but it just looks very subtle. Hi, Lindsay. So I'm happy with that. You love your Stitchmas, Julie? Yeah, nice. Hello. Thanks. Okay, so this I think is working out. It's all nice when it works out, right? This is kind of still, this is what I'm thinking about here. Then that's just peeking out. We're really not seeing a whole lot of this bottom stitching, but that's okay. Can pull that up just a little bit. And let's see, so then I would probably figure out where I want a title. And for the title, I think, now this, I know this isn't still in stock, but if you have the Print Shop collection, you may have this ephemera. It's the 50-piece one. And it has some stitching elements in it. I feel like I could probably combine the ephemera from both of these kits because the colors go so nicely together. Even those flowers really look nice as well. Okay, I'm thinking of one of these. So there's either good times or moments. I kind of like the moments. And I'm just quickly flipping through to see if there's anything else that really caught my eye to use. The flowers, definitely. If we add more flowers, we could tuck those in. Today, but I like the stitching on it. Okay. So then we have this needle. We do want to add the needle somewhere. The thread kind of looks very cool. This is a little bit thicker because it's a twine, so I'm not sure. Okay, bye Jaden. Erica had a friend over today, which is nice. She's still on Christmas break until Monday. Okay, I'm thinking those might go more down with this stuff here. And then here are these. And this could kind of go over top of this. And we could tuck the flower, and like I think it was Dora who said she cuts hers in half, and that would be a perfect one to cut in half because we could just kind of tuck it. Okay, these are ones that we stamped. All right, have I decided on my title there? What I'm also going to do, now normally, when I scrapbook, I do some and then I go and make supper, and then I come back and look at it, and then I think, oh, I should move that there. So it's honestly very hard for me to finish a layout and just glue it down. Even sometimes when I'm doing it live, I'll do most of it, not glue it down, and just think about it. And then sometimes I'll see like a sticker or something laying on the floor. I don't know, do you guys ever do that? You see like an embellishment on the floor and think, that would look great. Seriously, I cannot be the only one. You should definitely scrap lift this. Oh, that would be so nice, Glenda, to scrapbook your sewing adventures. Marlo, you stitched an entire Vicki Boutin leaf page once. You'll never do it again, but I bet it's something you will always keep. Yeah. Oh, a real needle. That would be cool. This is actually die cut, but that would be cool. Oh, you're in Ontario. That's nice. And you're visiting. So there's I like some of these longer ones. Those would look really great. And I like this, taking pictures to save memories. That's really nice. The arrows are always great. These little things that are on the sticker pages are always something that I use as embellishments. And I'm just kind of looking to see if there's anything I see right off the bat. That I would use. I do like the making thing, but it's more like paint, so I feel like that could be like a crafting page. And let's see, these little ones here, creating memories. This is my hobby. It looks good on you. I love that. That could totally, I'm going to put that on there. So if I see something that I really feel like it matches, then I will go ahead and pull that out. I also like the little black and white hearts. This is cute. Okay, I'm going to stick that there on that little frame. And the scissors. Sometimes too, I'll just like throw them on my page and then move them around as I see something. I'm trying to decide if I want that flower or something like that. I feel like this one almost blends in a little bit, and that's kind of the look that I'd like to go for. I would definitely cut that in half to save that and either put it over here or save it for a different project. And I do like the heart. I feel like if you have little clusters of things, then you don't have everything all over the page, but you do have some really nice elements. So because I have this little pair of gold scissors, I do have this one as well. I would probably pull in some of these with the gold foil embellishments. These are from Print Shop. These little gold circles and stuff, I'll probably pop them around just to have some more gold. There's also some gold there's hearts, some gold foil in the Discover and Create paper or sticker pack. And then this one, I kind of like the orange tab. Could put that there maybe. What you can do too, if you're not sure if you like something, like you can cut out your stickers. You could even use the like remove the stickiness off the back of your sticker so that you can glue it down when you want, but then you have the ability to move it around without sticking it down and thinking, oh, it's stuck there and I should have moved it somewhere else. And then I feel like I would like some other words there. I might think of a title, and then maybe use these black letters to make something. I am terrible with titles. Like I feel like I could do my pages without titles because I don't know. But then if I find something that really works, I'm really happy about it. But just to think of something off the bat, it's like, I don't know. So I think I'm going to think about something that maybe I could put in with the black letters, because these black letters look like they could go with this. If anybody has any ideas for titles that go with moments, throw them out there. That's why I kind of like that Good Times, but I felt like Good Times doesn't really match this. It was a good time for me though. I really enjoyed the market. I guess it's, whatever your good time is. And then I'll probably look through these and just see if there's something that I want to put on here. I could scream. We'll save that for a different layout. And yeah, I do like these as well. I like the longer ones just to add to the bottom. I think this one I'll probably add on to the bottom. So we could, okay, the things that I have decided on, we can go ahead and put down. And then when I post the picture, you'll kind of see if I've changed anything. So I'm going to trim this in half. We'll glue this down. Moments remembered. I like that. You stitched, oh, I'm still reading Marlo's comment. Stitched moments, that could work as well. Okay, so that's going to go here. This one, we can even cut this part out, and then we can use the inside of this sticker for something else. If I had, remember when you had that big wheel? I'm sure I'm not the only one who's had it, that big wheel of scissors with all the different, you know, pinking shears and all the different edges. I think this is a sticker. That would look good if this was kind of edged. Although we could tear it. But you know what? I'm not gonna bother. I'm pretty sure it's a sticker. There we go. So I'm going to start it, but what I'm going to do is just lay this down on the edge of my picture photo so that I can put it where I want it. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to do as well, just before I let you guys go, before we glue that down, I did want to use this Elizabeth Craft stamp set because I think this is such a great background set. And maybe actually I'll put it down here because it looks like we're not seeing a whole bunch of that stitching that I stenciled at the bottom. So we're just going to use a stamp block. Does not have to be perfect. And I'm wondering if, I feel like Kitsch Flamingo is maybe a little bit too dark, but Tattered Rose is a little too light. So maybe, you know what, I feel like even this pink here reminds me kind of Abandoned Coral. No, that's not it. That, I think we'll use that. It looks a little red there, but I think being the oxide and I think it'll be okay. So let's put this along. This is going to go here. We'll stamp that down. Thread behind the spools. That's a great idea. Are you guys still seeing me okay? It looked like my thing froze for a minute. Yeah, you could definitely add thread around the spool die cuts, would be beautiful. Moments in Time, that's a good one as well. Okay. Then we can go ahead and put this here. You don't really even have to pull that sticker off, but we will. Okay, then we'll put this on. And I just want it so that this matches so well with this little sticker, this grid background. I don't want to rub it because I don't know if it's dry yet. Okay, and then I think you could totally, and I might do this too, poke little holes in there and then put some thread through. I might not use that black. I don't know. Although I do have black around the layout, so I think it's okay, but I might add some thread to the buttons. And let me see if there's anything else. I could add a little bit of twine to those, so I won't glue this down yet, just in case I want to do that. And oh, I could stamp story detail right here and even just write I could do my journaling here, but I feel like that is better open. So maybe I'll do that. I will add story detail and then just write some journaling here. Just put some lines on and do some journaling, and then figure out what I'm going to do with my title. I don't think I need to do any more stamping. I do like this one as well, just these words, but I feel like we're okay. So I will put these together, finish putting this together, and then I will post a photo and put it on the Scrap Shotz Instagram and Facebook. But yeah, I'm happy to have this memory documented, and I love sewing, and so I would definitely even maybe frame this and put this in my craft room, I think. And Lorraine, Sewing Serenity, Stitching Moments in Time, Sewing Moments Unfold. That's a good one. Oh, you've got a whole bunch there. I'm going to look through that. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, I find a lot of times I will go online and look up titles, and rather than just saying happy day, everything, all of my layouts would just say happy day or smile. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope that you guys have a fun rest of your week and have a good weekend. Do a little crafting and pull out some of your stash that you have and your photos and just sit down and have some fun. Thanks, Cynthia. Yeah, I'm always pleased when I actually sit down, pull up my photos, get something done, and then especially when I find things that I can combine that work together. Isn't that a good feeling when you just like, oh, this matches? Anyway, thanks for stopping in, and I hope you guys have a great week. Rosie will be back next week, and yeah, there's just crafting fun to be had. So we will talk to you soon. Thank you, Maureen. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.